What's going on, guys? This is Jayme with certi-tech Cleaning Restoration. This is also the Business Ring podcast, blog, video podcast, whatever you want to call it. I call it a vlog. So today we're going to be talking about mops. So I know what you're thinking. What can you possibly say about mops? Well, there's plenty of stuff to talk about mops. Different mop types, different mop strategies, different solutions. What heads should be used on certain floors? What causes streaking? What doesn't cause streaking? What is the best way to the best strategy for doing it. So what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about the different types. We're not going to go into strategies or really too much of the solution. I'll give you just a quick solution on what to use on pretty much almost any floor that you'll be able to not have to worry about anything. So the first thing we're going to be talking about, the first mop, is a string mop. So string mops, they come with different heads. You could either get a cut end head or a loop end head. So those are the traditional ones. We like to use those on concrete floors or floors that don't really have a finish on them, especially not using them on hardwood floors. Hardwood floors, most of the time, it does cause streaking. And also, if that string mop is too wet and there's too much moisture in that mop, what hardwood floor is it's a porous material. So what it does is it ends up taking in that moisture and ends up settling in there. And what happens is your floors start to cup or delaminate, whatever kind of floor you have, whether it's laminate floor or hardwood floor, and it could end up destroying the floors. That's one thing I don't like about the string mops. I usually use them, like I said, on materials like concrete, where you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Concrete's 80% moisture, so when concrete gets wet, it just takes on that moisture and just uses it towards its own continuity. So that's the string mop and the best spot to use those on. I wouldn't recommend using them on hardwood floors or tile or laminate or linoleum or anything like that. The next one is one of my personal favorites. This is what I use almost everywhere. It's one of the flathead microfiber mops. Those are the best mops in my opinion. I like to use them for walls. I like to use them for ceilings. Also, it leaves no streak behind on the floors. You can dampen the head on it, and that way you're not using so much moisture, and you just keep dampening it and changing heads as you go. Those are the best mop in my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion on what they like to use. It's just the one mop that has always helped me, along with the next mop we're going to be talking about, which is the sponge mop. The sponge mop is great. It's great for doing walls, doing ceilings, also doing the floors. I know what you're thinking, why would you mop a ceiling and walls? It goes a lot quicker than wiping, believe it or not. A lot quicker. I could wipe this wall right here. It would take me, with a hand towel, it would probably take me, I don't know, 10 minutes. When I use a mop, it'll take me 2 minutes. So sponge mops, they're great. They're the ones with the sponge on the end. They have the handle. You push it forward. It ends up clamping down and squishing all that moisture down into the bucket. It ends up getting all that moisture out, so it's great. It ends up just leaving it damp, which is great. You could use them on hardwood floors. You could use it on tile, linoleum. They're really good if you need to agitate a spot. If something's stuck on the wall, you're trying to get a scuff mark off the wall, or you're trying to get something off the floor. They're great for agitation, even better than the microfiber mop, because the microfiber mop, it has that long head. So basically you got to keep that balance out. And when you're scrubbing, it might not get that one spot that you're directly trying to get. When you've got a sponge mop, you'll be able to sit there and scrub the one spot that you're focusing on, and make it a lot easier for agitation for you as well. Next one we're going to be talking about is a steam mop. So steam mops, they've been becoming very popular the past few years. So steam mops are great. Those are something that a lot of people use on like their hardwood floors. Hardwood floors, it is great. It does make them look beautiful. The point of the steam, it's hot water becomes steam. The steam ends up getting sucked up right away by the microfibers, and it ends up making the floor look great. The only thing you want to do with those is you just want to make those heads damp. You don't want to steam the whole floor. That's not something that you're going to want to do. The only spots that you're going to want to steam are the ones that where there's spots stuck, like food or dirt or anything like that. Those are the only spots you want to steam. Again, when you start with the steam just to get it damp enough. After you do that, just mop as regular, just like it's a regular mop. If you see it not really mopping and it's all kind of dry, again, push the steam button, get that thing damp again, but don't put too much moisture on it, and only steam the spots that you're trying to get unstuck off the floor. Now, the newest big trend in mops are those spin mops. Spin mops, they're pretty good. I do like them. So the spin mops, usually they have a microfiber head on them, not like the flathead microfiber mop, but almost like the string mop, but it's microfiber strings rather than just a fiber string. The microfiber, what it does is it takes on the moisture and ends up keeping that moisture. So when you're using the string mop, you plop it in the bucket, you take it out, push it, put it in the wringer. So the wringer's this little circle disc. You push it in, you push the handle down, and you'll see the mop just continuously spin, spin, spin. It spins all that moisture out and leaves it damp. The only problem is it leaves it a little more wet than, say, like the microfiber flathead, which I was talking about, or the sponge mop that I was talking about. It will still have a little more moisture than just being damp. So you got to be, again, very careful on your hardwood floors. Make sure there's not too much moisture. If you're scared of messing up the floors, do a spot, dry it up with a towel, and you really won't have to worry about it. But then again, this is very, it's not rare, but it doesn't happen so often, all right? So that's my point on the spin mops. You just got to be very careful. Don't use a lot of water when you're mopping floors. Sorry. Don't use a lot of water when you're mopping floors. The best solution to use, in my opinion, Dawn dish soap and just water. It's very safe for your hardwood floors. It won't destroy the veneer or the finish on your floors. And it's neutral, so it will end up, you know, getting all that dirt and everything up, and you won't have to worry about it end up hurting any kind of material that you're trying to get clean. So that's the best solution, in my opinion. There's so much more to talk about mops. Like, this is just the beginning. That was just mop types. I mean, I'm 7 minutes in, mop types, you know. Different strategies, different solutions to use, different ways on how to mop, where to start, all that kind of fun stuff. So we'll be having more videos being made, not just on mopping, but, you know, a bunch of different things, different tips and tricks. We'll be talking about the strategies of mopping in the future. Interviews we'll be doing with other businesses in the local area, and more to come. So definitely follow our page, go on YouTube, like and subscribe, and you know, you'll catch all the new videos that end up coming out. We're usually putting out a video every 1 to 2 days, and we're going to keep it pretty consistent. So I appreciate you guys taking the time, watching this video, seeing what I had to say, listen to me ramble on, all that other fun stuff. So you know, I hope you guys have a great day, and I appreciate you guys watching. Bye.